500 dropped 4. The NASDAQ gained 2/3 of a point. U.S. air carriers are planning to challenge a new federal rule that would make it easier for their workers to join a union. Correspondent Jonathan Seri reports from the headquarters of one airline that would be particularly affected by the change.
New labor rules from the Obama administration could have the most impact on some 20,000 flight attendants at Delta Airlines, the least unionized of the major U.S. carriers. What's changed is a 75-year-old policy that required yes votes from a majority of all airline workers to be represented by a union. The new federal rules only require yes votes from a majority of those who actually cast ballots.
This rule change, though, I would say is arguably the most controversial change that the National Mediation Board has undertaken, at least in my 30 years of watching the industry. And it appears quite driven by an administration's policy to promote unionization and collective bargaining.
Labor unions praise the changes. The AFL-CIO calls it, quote, an important and essential step towards ensuring a more democratic process. But airlines worry the changes could lead to labor disputes at a time they're grappling with the recession and increased fuel costs. Delta Airlines declined an on-camera interview but issued this written statement. Given the level of opposition to this change and the process that was used, we expect there will be legal challenges. Delta will join in support of a lawsuit when it is filed. Union attempts to organize Delta flight attendants failed twice under the old rules, but the new policy, along with Delta's recent merger with heavily unionized Northwest Airlines, could tip the scales in favor of organized labor. In Atlanta, Jonathan Seri, Fox News.
Well, speaking of airlines, how about a flight to New York to hang out with a former president?